Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, anyone who is tuning in. My name is Chase, aka Blunt Shots, and I'm back. I'm back with a new video with sort of an update slash informative video on my channel and Fortnite in general. So let's just get right into it. I know I haven't uploaded in quite a while, a few months now, and there's a reason behind that. So, first off, I lost my Adobe. I lost my Adobe subscription, and that set me back about a month. And once I got it back, I was editing videos. I had a few stockpiled up, and I was wondering whether I should post them or not, just from a YouTuber standpoint. So I didn't have enough clips slash dubs to be able to upload consistently because of the fact that I've been working, and also that Fortnite players are just getting drastically better at the game. But we'll dig into that a little bit later on. So something that I've always wanted to do has been to grow my YouTube channel and be able to upload on a daily basis, because I like to do it and it's a lot of fun, and I like to make other people happy by watching my videos and get excited to watch them and watch the gameplay. But it's just been hard recently to get the gameplays because of Fortnite and the way it's progressing, and it's much more difficult to get a dub now than it was before, and to get those high kill dubs it's even harder. So basically I'm gonna try my best to start uploading consistently for you guys. Anyways, let's jump into the second part of the video involving Fortnite. So recently I've been telling all my friends I'm just getting outplayed. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just outplayed every time I play. And mainly, it's not actually being outplayed. So I'll push somebody and, the third party shows up. And I'm talking about solos here. And that's where the big problem comes into the game, is the third parties. So Fortnite slash Epic Games is making it way too easy on players to be able to rotate and or hop into a fight within seconds of seeing it. So this displays a problem as far as 1v1ing goes in the game, and just battling a player. So if somebody decides to box in and they're not letting you in, they're not editing out, they're just chilling in their box and you're trying to push them, this just becomes impossible, because you have people with snipers in the back, you have people rushing in because they heard the gunshots, and it just makes the whole entire game a constant battle of multiple players, not just 1v1s. So I decided to just stop and take a look at exactly what was going on and exactly what was causing these situations of people being able to third party a fight immediately when it starts, or push something they shouldn't have been able to push. And it all comes down to items in the game that Epic Games has released and that are just drastically overpowered. So I have a list here of items that Epic has decided to put in the game to help the fellow player, and also make it so they don't have to build in order to get the kill. So first off in the list, I put down impulses. So impulses aren't drastically overpowered in my opinion. They're fun to use in certain fights. They make for cool kill cams in certain situations, but they can also assist you to getting to a fight if you wanted to. And alongside these are in fact the shockwave impulses, and these have a different aspect to them. So Fortnite added the game mechanic that they can break builds if you launch yourself into builds right away. Now this takes out a lot of the building aspect in the game. which I consider to be Fortnite's one and only distinctive quality compared to other battle royales, other video games. So next up we have the Rift alongside the Pocket Rift. And these just flat out defy the game's laws of building and allow players to third party, allow players to rotate immediately, allow players to get instant high ground, and are a broken mechanic in the game, in my opinion. A lot of people seem to enjoy these, seem to say, oh, I'm not dying in the storm as much, I'm able to push people faster. But in reality, the other players are able to do the same thing, and it's just a straight up broken mechanic in the game. And once again, just defying their building aspect of the game. And next up on the list of extremely overpowered items in Fortnite, you have your traps. So that includes the balancer and the launch pad. And in my opinion, the balancer is fairly, like, when I say fairly, I mean it, fairly balanced into the game. People use them in certain situations, and it's hard. I consider balancers hard to use and hard to obtain a kill by using them. Of course, they have easy high ground, but it's easy to shoot down that high ground if they're using a balancer to get it. And I think that Epic was smart by adding these into the game. But when it comes to launch pads are have the same idea of the Rift. They launch you into the air and just give you drastic high ground immediately and or drastic rotation immediately, which grants pretty much immunity to most situations that involve building. And last but not least, we have the grappler. Now, this is a new item, and just flat out, just unfair, OP, any word that is synonym to those could just perfectly describe this gun. It brings you straight to high ground, it brings you to wherever you shoot it, and it's the perfect weapon for rotations and not having to build a single staircase if you don't want. So it's just perfect for console players. It's perfect for any noob at the game. But it disables the players that are building and using all their mats to get that high ground, and just gives the worst player an unfair advantage. And any good player who uses it is just getting that boost in skill, not boost in skill, but boost in, they just get that unfair advantage, you know. And in my opinion, this really needs to be taken out of the game immediately. It needs to be taken out so that everyone has the fair chance of building and winning with skill, that is. Not just by shooting a grappler at the top of their builds and pulling out your shotgun, not just by using a launch pad to get in a fight that you weren't meant to be in, not just to, jeez, I'm going on a ramble here, but the main basis of what I'm trying to say is Epic needs to balance their game. They need to figure out a balance between weapons and items and traps and see where they fit in, and if they don't, then don't put it in the game. If they do, then that's great, and you'll get the feedback of the community. So you may be wondering why exactly I made this video, to just explain the items and traps that are the reason for all your losses in Fortnite recently, but the only reason is just to let you know that it's not your gameplay, like, it's not your skill level that's making you lose, it's these items. And as for a solution to these items, there's nothing right now. So that's why I can't really give a solution or anything like that, because it's just the items are too overpowered. So once these items leave the game, everything will go back to balance, and we'll be back to building for everything and running for our rotations. But as of now, the game is very hard to play, so that's just my opinion. But if you guys have any opinions on this at all, feel free to leave a comment in the section below. And thank you all for stopping in. This is all I have for now. Future updates to come. I could make another video like this to just inform you guys and explain my experiences in Fortnite and why I've been losing, why everyone is losing. Because, you know, I watch streamers too. I see them lose a lot of games. I see them get cucked over by all these new weapons and items in the game, and it's ruining the game of Fortnite, and I don't want this game to die. I really enjoy the game. I just need a different meta in the game, and I feel like everybody else has somewhat of the same opinion as me. So if you guys liked the video, feel free to hit that like button. I would appreciate it a lot. Turn those notifications on if you guys want to see when my next video comes up. Should be within the next week. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.